What's going on, everybody? This your boy, the Scripture Plug.Albert, and today, I got a treat not only for you guys, but a treat for myself. Because a lot of these that we're going to go into, a lot of these hadiths that we're going to read and get a better understanding of who Muhammad was. I've never seen a lot of these. Some of them, yes, in passing, I've seen people bring them up and stuff like that, but I've never really got into them and studied them. I really was never somebody who wanted to get in those because I know how embarrassing they can be for the Muslim folks. But we got to be real, right? We got to be real. We got to be honest with what's going on. So I think it's time for me, along with others, to just really understand the life of Muhammad. Because in the Quran, it doesn't talk too much about Muhammad, man. It doesn't talk too much about his life. So today, we're going to learn a little bit about him. And tomorrow. So if you guys want to tune back in tomorrow, we're going to be dropping tomorrow too. So we're going to get into it, man. We're going to get into it with these. We're actually going to start with the Quran first. Shout out to my homie Una for being one of the first ones to throw some of this information at me. So we're just gonna get into it and we're gonna read, y'all. If y'all never heard the phrase "we just gonna read," shout out to my brother God Logic. He coined that. So today we just gonna read. We gonna read these Islamic sources. We gonna read the Quran. We gonna read Hadiths. I don't care what grade they are. My understanding is they all good. If a Bukhari was good, in 475, it should be good in 672. So I don't care nothing about that. Also, if anybody who may be Muslim wants to come up and refute any of these, or really give their thoughts on why their prophet did some of these things or acted in these particular ways, you can do that as well. And I'll put the StreamYard link down below if you want to just jump on and then just say, hey, what's going on? Appreciate you guys in the chat, by the way. Appreciate you, Cries of Crusaders, DW, Tommy, my guy, Una. Yeah, so I appreciate you guys in the chat and appreciate the ones who haven't been shown yet. But let's just go ahead on and read, man. We're just gonna get into it. Again, shout out to Una for providing me this. So the 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 famed 434. The famed 434. We're just gonna see what Allah's words are and see why in the world excuse me, he say that this is cool, and why would his prophets and the companions of the prophet thinks it's cool as well. So here we go. We got so we know 434. And also if you want a 434 that like button, go ahead and do that as well. You know what I'm saying? Share it, all that fun stuff. So men are the caretakers of women. That's nice. That's good, as we should be. As men have been provisioned by Allah over women and tasked with supporting them financially. Makes sense. I agree. Provide. And righteous women are devoutly obedient and, when alone, protective of what Allah has entrusted them with. I feel that. You got to have that trust. You got to have that bond. You got to have that understanding that, hey, I'm for you, you're for me. So I'm here right now with Allah and what He's trying to say. And if you sense ill conduct from your woman, advise them first. If they persist, do not share their beds. But if they still persist, then discipline them. So we all know about Quran.com how like they put stuff in there that ain't really there. You see how they put this gently in there? Like this? That's how you know it ain't real. They said gently. Bam. So discipline them gently. But if they change their ways, do not be unjust to them. Surely Allah is most high, all great. So right here, doesn't seem that bad, right? It just says, discipline them gently, right? Just to do a little bit of harm, just a, you know what I'm saying? Not too much, just a little pow. If I'm not mistaken, I was watching not too long ago about the violence of Islam and how they actually use this stick, and then I think Hatun Tosh was talking about it. They use a stick like yay big that they used to beat people with, like a fly swatter of some sort, a wife swatter, a wife swatter, wearing the wife's beater. That was corny. My bad. Uh, this is. Oh, so Una's asking what. Well, I'm just reading straight off of Quran.com. I'm not that well versed in, which one should I read. So it says Sahih International and on. Okay, so let me see if I can't get Sahih International. How would I? Uh, can I read that from here? Because again, this is just Quran.com, so I don't know. I just go to the default settings, y'all. My bad if I'm not, what I'm saying, like a pro at this. Can we go here? No, that definitely won't help me. Let's see. Let's see. Font. Who cares about all that? Translate. Ooh, transliterations. Should I go there or recitations? Let's see. Let's see. Click the gear icon. Bet. Easy work. Oh, look at Una helping your boy out. Okay, I'm here. So it should be then probably the recitations or transliteration. Scroll down to translation. Bam, we there. Scroll down translation. What else we got? I don't know what that means. Cries of Crusader. Oh, further down. Oh, let me put that back up there. Ah, there we go. Boy, we learning today. We learning today. Is this the Sahih International that y'all want right here? Y'all see this right there? Click that because we can get to. I mean, we can get to. You guys are teaching me, boy. But is this the one? Read here, right here. Sahih International. Up, down. Sahih International. Yes. All right, bet. Let's get it. Well, I'll tell you what. I got the best mods in the world. All right. Uh, four. Okay, so now should it all be defaulted here? Let's see. 434. Oh, do I really got to click all the way to it? Well, this is very inconvenient. Appreciate it. Oh, here we go. 434. There we go. Well, bruh, where the other mods at? It'll show you clear Quran first, then Sahih International. Okay, so there's Sahih International. Sweet. Okay, so it's not 434 because it is not letting your boy click there. I'm just gonna have to scroll. Oh well, I got a finger. I can use it. Here we go. Bam. 434. Let's get it. Let's go, everybody. We're gonna stick right here. We're gonna stick right here. So we got, the one that we read with the gently. So let's look at Sahih International. Men are in charge of women by right of what Allah has given one over the other, and what they spend for maintenance from their wealth. So righteous women are devoutly obedient, guarding in the husband's absence what Allah would have them guard. But those wives from whom you fear arrogance, ooh, okay, so we all getting a little deep. So you can just fear the arrogance. You can fear it. See, up here it says, if you sense ill conduct. So right there is saying that, it's kind of there, like you can kind of see a little bit, but this one's just saying if you fear, okay, a little switch up. So if you just fear, you can put the hands to them. First advise them, then if they persist, forsake them in bed, and finally strike them lightly. But oh, see right there, strike. Wow, put it in there. Put it in there. See, this one just says discipline them. That could be like a, hey, you do better type thing. But this is saying, no, you backhand. You ever see that game, front hand, backhand? That's what they're playing. Shout out to Key and Peele. But if they obey you once more, seek no means against them. Indeed, Allah is exalted and grand. With the toothbrush, they say, huh? Nah, brother. They're going to beat them with a wooden spoon, a backhand, a front hand, a drop kick, a choke slam, all that. All that. Just like they a man. Uh, I'm actually glad for this. Now I can actually see this more and like, because when I'm using just the normal Quran.com translation, the default, it does make things a little soft. So now that we here with it. So we're gonna pair this though. We're gonna pair this with what my girl Una had for the hadith. So it's always good to pair the hadiths and the tafsirs and everything like that with the Quran, so we get the full picture of everything. So uh, hopefully this is the right one. Bear with me, y'all. So I'm not even gonna attempt that, y'all, but y'all see that right there. Y'all see the that name asked, Messenger of Allah, what is the right of the wife of one of us over him? He replied, that you should give her food when you eat, clothe her when you clothe yourself. Do not strike her on the face. Do not revile her or separate yourself from her except in the house. So, cool thing is, y'all, for y'all women out there, again, shout out to Una. She wanted me to read some of these for, women international month or month of women. I forgot exactly how they go about it with the months, but so she wanted me to read this. So for all you Muslim girls out there, the good thing is, and the people who are looking into being Muslim, cool thing is, all this right here is good. You ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about no black eye, no busted lip, no missing tooth, teeth, none of that. All you got to do is have a couple bruised ribs and cracked back and pinched nerves and all this other stuff. That's all you Women's History Month. There we go. Thank you, Una. Appreciate that. So that's all you got to worry about. Nothing up here. Which actually, I have a thought. I have a thought, and it may be wrong and it may be messed up. But maybe when they veil, you know how some Muslim women they veil like all the way up here and only show their eyes. Maybe they got beat that day, and the husband didn't listen to the Hadiths and or the Quran, and then it gently strike her in the face, maybe just like really give her what's for. And now she might be her whole front is off, so that's why she's veiling up here. That's my thought. Let me know if that makes sense to y'all. Let me know if that makes sense, and why women wear the hijabs all the way up to their eyebrows, because I think it does. I think it's because right here we're saying you can strike them, but sometimes you don't always listen to the book that you're supposed to be listening to. So sometimes you might slip up and how you can uppercut. You never know. You never know. So right here, uh, women in Islam, you allowed to get hit, y'all, and it's cool. But good thing, not necessarily on the face. Now, real quick, I want to read another one. Let's go ahead on and read another one. This is one of my, and I hate to say it like this, but one of my favorites to kind of go to because I can't tell you how many times I would hear people talk. I would hear people talk about, some of my apologist friends, they'll talk like, hey, is this cool? Is this cool? Whatnot? And they're like, no, that's not cool. And then you read them the hadith or you read them what's in the Quran, and then they're like, it was all right. It's fine. So this one is one of the ones that I enjoy uh, because it really gets people to say, oh, no, that would never be all right. And then once they see it, they're like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to have that happen now. Now that I see it, now that I actually see it, I'm rocking with it. So we're gonna read this one. This pretty long one. So if you've seen the thumbnail, I threw a little hints. I threw a couple hints of some of the ones that I personally wanted to read. You know what I'm saying? So if you've seen the thumbnail, you see the old girl running in the back that's green. Now you see where I'm getting this from. You see the thumbnail. I can't wait till we get to the one about the fly. That's fun. But right now, again, Women History Month, we got to shout out to the women and show how women are represented in Islam. We got to show how the women are represented in Islam. So let's go ahead on and read this because we just gonna read, right? We are just gonna read their sources. Shout out. Stop lying, read Sunnah Ibn. Oh, my guy or girl, I don't know who this is. Since you're here, if you want to, if you want to, I'm not gonna stop you. Uh Ayub Hassan, I've seen you here before. Since you're here, if you want to come up and just like, you know what I'm saying, let me know what I'm reading wrong or what I'm doing wrong because all I'm doing is I'm not saying nothing. I mean, I might add a couple jokes here and there, but I'm just reading. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to come up and kind of like tell me how this is wrong, tell me how this is wrong, cool. Go ahead and hit that. You ain't got to come up on camera or nothing like that. You can just be in and just share, how I'm wrong. But let's go ahead on and read because apparently this is false. And see the title of this video or the thumbnail, I forget which. Are you faulting Bukhari? It seems like Ayub Hassan is faulting Bukhari right now. He seems like he's not allowing the scholar that uh, who wrote these hadiths. He seems like they're lying or something like that. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, if he doesn't want to come up, he doesn't want to come up. I'm just giving him an opportunity to come up because we just reading. Because we just reading. All right. So again, excuse me for not being able to pronounce these names. My how to speak different languages suck. If it's not English and if it's not Ebonics, I really can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there with it yet. Uh, Rifus divorced his wife, whereupon Abdur Raham bin Azabur. Okay, I'm just gonna quit trying to read these, y'all, because this is embarrassing for me. Married her, Aisha, said that the lady came wearing a green veil and complained to her, Aisha, of her husband and showed her a green spot on her skin caused by beating. It must not have been a light beating, y'all. It must not have been a light beating. See what I was saying earlier about the veil and how, people slip up sometimes? It looks like this person done got slipped up on. Looks like somebody just took off on her real quick, turned her green, and now she's complaining to Aisha right now. She's like, yo, Aisha, what can I do? It's only supposed to be a light beating. I got a two-piece and a fry and a Popeye's biscuit. Choked on that thing. So that's what's going on right now. That's what's going on right now. It was the habit of ladies to support each other. So when Allah's apostle came, Aisha said, I have not seen any woman suffering as much as the believing woman. Look, dang. So basically, Aisha, from what I'm getting from this, from the context I'm getting, she's like, man, not just her, but a lot of these believing women are suffering. What's up with that? Why are these men putting these hands so aggressively on these women? It's supposed to be light. It's supposed to be gentle. What? But the men's like, nah, son. They Mike Tyson and these women out here. They out here knocking out souls from their body. That's what it sounds like. But anyway, look, her skin is greener than her clothes. Speaking of green, you know what I'm saying? We got the highlighted green up here. So I'm with y'all. Women History Month, I'm with y'all. I support. We wear green for Women's History Month for the Muslim women abused around the world. When Abdul Rahim heard that his wife had gone to the Prophet, oh, he like that snitch. He came with his two sons from another wife. Dang, that's cold blooded right there. That's cold blooded. He said, my one wife gonna snitch, but I got my two homies with me. I got my two sons to let you know, Prophet, it was an accident. They saw it all. They saw it all. And then you really can't even take her testimony for it because she's only a half brain. So he's smart. That's deception right there. He is learning from Allah. He's learning from the best of deceivers because he's like, yo, I know she's half brained. If I bring my two sons with me and then they attest for me, I'm good to go. I'm clear. I get it. I get it. So where we at? Oh, Ahu Hassan doesn't want to come up. It's all right. It happens. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. I wouldn't want to come up here either and read what some of the things that my prophets doing or being talked about. But anyway, let's read this one more time. Look, her skin is greener than her clothes. When Abdul Rahman heard that his wife had gone to the Prophet, he came with his two sons from another wife. She said, by Allah, I have done no wrong to him, but he is impotent and is useless to me as, oh my gosh, as he is useless to me as this, holding and showing the fringe of her garment. Oh, dang, he said he cooking with a wet noodle. Oh man, he's shooting blanks. He can't perform like that. He can't do what he's supposed to do. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, man. You talk crazy to a lot of these guys out here. They might do that too, unfortunately. So now, as I'm reading this, I'm like, hey man, she cooked that brother good. She verbally abused that man and stole his soul out his body. Man, this is like Jerry Springer. Y'all remember Jerry Springer back in the day? Jerry. And then Jerry's up there like, so, lady in green, what did you do to make him get mad? Oh, nothing. I just said his noodle didn't work. Dang. Ooh, ow. The crowd would be like, ooh, crazy, crazy. But anyway, let's get back to reading. By Allah, I have done no wrong to him, but he is impotent and is as useless to me as this, holding and showing the fringe of her garment. Abdul Rahman said, by Allah, O Allah's apostle, she had told a lie. I am very strong and can satisfy her, but she is disobedient and wants to go back to Rafiha. Allah's apostle said to her, if that is your intention, then know that it is unlawful for you to remarry Rafia unless Abdul Rahman has had sexual intercourse with you. Then the prophet saw two boys with Abdul Rahman and asked him, are these your sons? And then, on that, Abdul Rahman said, yes. The prophet said, you claim what you claim, i.e., that he's impotent. But by Allah, these boys resemble him as a crow resembles a crow. Mm, mm, mm. Man, now I actually want to find the other one. If you know in the comments, because I don't necessarily know if I have them in the comments. If you have the other part of this, or maybe I can just read down. Let's see. If I can't, oh no, just 101. Because if I'm not mistaken, there's another part where Allah, or yeah, the prophet talked to Allah, and then he was like, "Nah, everything's fine. There's not going to be anything that happens to this brother after beating her like that." But that might just be the end of it too. Like, oh, nope, he beat you and it's fine. He beat you and it's fine. Mm. So, real quick for those women out there in Islam, this month, Women History Month, this is kind of what you guys have to deal with, and it's unfortunate, but
FBI, open up! In all my years of watching brutal violence unfold, this is without a doubt the most heinous, unnecessary savagery we've ever witnessed.
Islam women right there.
This could be way worse. She still has all her vital organs.
All of them.
And that is exactly what the prophet was saying. That's what Allah was saying. She's only green. She still got her organs. It's fine. That's all that is. That's all that is right there. Sheesh. So I'm sorry for you guys out there, for you women out there that got to deal with that. The cool thing is, these Western women over here, they might not necessarily have to deal with that because they don't really rock with real Muslims like that. But, if you go over to these real countries where the real Muslims are that actually follow the book, yikes. Yikes. That's rough. Shout out to my women out there, y'all. Stay strong. I'm rocking the green for y'all. Women Muslim Abuse Month right here too. Rocking the green. I'm here with y'all. I apologize on behalf of all the Muslim men. 434 Duke. Yeah. Yeah. Hit him with the Kamehameha wave. Muslim men start turning into scorpions. Say, get over here. Hit him with that uppercut right after. That's all that is. That's all that is. Sheesh. All right, what else we got here, y'all? And I appreciate everybody who sent some hadiths in the comments. So we're gonna get to some of those real quick. But one of the ones I really want to get to is, what I'm saying, because we got to understand about who the prophet was and why, it was sometimes okay for, people to be beat green. What I'm saying? For people to have fatalities put on them. What I'm saying? People to, get laid out. So here we go. We go with Bukhari. Here we go. Bukhari. Let's see. Which one? We'll go with 3175. We'll go with that one first. 3175. We'll see what this talking about. Bukhari 3175. Okay, so this is, what I'm saying. Aisha, either she lying or she trustworthy. I don't know. I like to think that she's trustworthy enough because she told us a lot. She really, real talk. You know how like a lot of these people nowadays are writing these tell-all books, like, "Hey, yo, this is what so and so did." Like, what's that girl's name? Brittany Renner, and how she was like with all these different athletes and rappers and stuff like that. Aisha was the first tell-all book. She was the first one talking about all the struggles that was going on with her and Muhammad. She was out there telling all. If there was a 60-minute episode and she was alive today, blowing up. That interview, way bigger than Cat Williams and Shannon Sharp. Way bigger. Because Aisha was letting us know who the prophet really was. She was letting us know. She wasn't hiding it. She wasn't sugarcoating. None of that. None of that. All right, but let's go ahead on and read, and we're going to jump into the next one. So the narrated Aisha, Sahih Bukhari, you know what I'm saying? Once the prophet was bewitched so that he began to imagine that he'd done a thing which in fact he had not done. So now the prophet, who's supposed to be Allah's number one guy, you know what I'm saying, has been bewitched. You know what I'm saying? You guys have heard about the satanic verses and things of that nature. So all throughout Muhammad's life, man, there's some evil, demonic things going on. And you know what I'm saying? He was doing some things. He was initially, or may have been allegedly, on drugs. You know what I'm saying? He was dealing with some head issues, trauma, so he was dealing with a lot. So I can understand why, he would say that half of these things were cool. I can see that. He was bewitched. Satan came and got him. And, Satan, unfortunately, is taking a lot of people down with him, with this religion and with this faith. And we're going to read the next one, y'all. We're going to read the next one. So we get a good understanding that Aisha was like, yo, brother right here, He's been bewitched. He's been possessed. He used to think he's doing something that he's really not doing. So let's go to another one. Let's talk about him being bewitched. So this is another long one. So we see what we get from here. So we're just learning, y'all. We're just learning. We're just reading the sources. That's all we're doing here. So hopefully you guys are. If you know these hadiths, refresh your course. If you don't know these hadiths like myself, hey, it's a beautiful day to take this all in and realize why in the world we are not Muslims and why no one should ever be a Muslim. So we're learning, y'all. And all you Muslims that are either watching now, like Ayub Hassan in the comments, or the ones who are going to watch this later, are you faulting Bukhari? Huh? Are you faulting Bukhari? Are you saying that Bukhari's lying? Are you saying that Aisha's lying? Are you saying that all these other narrations about the Prophet are lies? I don't think so. I think they were telling the whole truth and nothing but. So, but abuse is abuse, regardless if you leave physical. I know that's right. Look at the cope from Ayub in the comments. This brother right here is just coping hard. You can't cause injury or leave a mark, meaning it's a light thing. I've well, apparently we just read the hadith where it's like, no, you can beat them green and it's all right. Especially if your sons look like your sons and she might be lying on you, tear her up. Spopovich her. Vidal her. Flawless victory. All that. If she say you out there uh uh with the shooting blanks, out there with a BB gun with no bullets, hey, go ahead on and tee off on her. Hit her with that Tiger Woods drive off the tee. Go ahead on. That's fine. That's fine. That's what Islam teaches. That's what Islam teaches. But let's get into this. So now we was talking about, what I'm saying, Aisha being bewitched and what, or not Aisha, but Muhammad being bewitched. Or this is another narrated by Aisha. So we can get to understand brutality. I know that's right. Just, just tearing them up. 100-piece combo. Uh, Magic was worked on Allah's apostles so that he used to think that he had sexual relationship with his wives while he was actually, while he actually had not. Sophia said that is the hardest kind of magic as it has such an effect. That's crazy. That is crazy. Like if you are thinking that you're having sexual relationships with your wife, is it something where you're just like in a sunken place where you're just sitting there and thinking about it, or are you actually just doing something of the act, but then don't know what you're doing the act with? So like, let's say if he like jumped on a donkey or whatever and thought it was a Khadijah, or if he was looking at a camel and started kissing on the camel's neck as if it was Aisha. Is that what's going on here? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if we continue to read a little bit, I'll figure it out. Aisha might be able to tell us, but she might not get too graphic though. But I think that might be what it is. I think the bewitching just off of this is initially he would see things, jump on them. There'd be other objects, but not his wife. That's what I think. That's what I think. So Aisha, oh Aisha, do you know what Allah has instructed me concerning the matter I asked him about? Two men came to me, and one of them sat near my head, and the other sat near my feet. The one near my head asked the other, what is wrong with this man? The latter replied, the is under the effect of magic. Huh? The latter replied, the is under. Am I tripping? The latter replied, the is under the effect of magic. All right, whatever. Maybe it's not supposed to be the prophet. Uh, the first one asked, who has worked magic on him? The other replied, Laban bin al-Sam, a man from Bani Zirak, who was an ally of the Jews and was a hypocrite. The first one asked, what material did he use? The other replied, a comb, and the hair stuck to it. So hold on. So he had a comb. Was it Allah's comb that he had, or was it just a random comb with some hair? And then he's like, yo, or not Allah, excuse me, but Muhammad. He's like, yo, Muhammad, let me get that out for you. You look like you got some naps in there. You got some entanglement going on. Let me go ahead on and brush it out. There's a lot that I want to know. The more I read this, there's a lot I want to know just because my mind kind of races. A comb and the hair stuck to it. The first one asked, where is that? The other replied, in a skin of pollen of a male date palm tree kept under a stone in the well of Darwin. So the prophet went to that well and took out those things and said, "That was the well which was shown to me in a dream. Its water looked like the infusion of henna leaves, and its date palm trees looked like the heads of devils." The prophet added, "Then that thing was taken out. I said to the prophet, 'Why do you not treat yourself with Nashra?' He said, 'Allah has cured me. I dislike to let the evil spread among my people.'" Hmm. All right. So even, there was some stuff in there that I wish would have happened that didn't happen. Like I want to know, why is this random comb here? What's the significance of that? Is that like a voodoo doll type thing? Whose hair was in the comb? That's kind of weird. How would that then affect Allah? I don't know. But nonetheless, we can see that Aisha is stating that the prophet was bewitched, and he was thinking he was having a relationship with people that he wasn't, going up and groping trees, and you know what I'm saying, probably chasing a monkey or two down the street trying to get some. Uh, so yeah, man. So yeah, the prophet Muhammad was out here being bewitched by Jewish people somehow with combs and date trees. That's the guy you guys follow. That's your prophet right there. And again, Aisha with the tell all. Aisha's like, yo, I'll tell you what it is. That brother was crazy. Crazy. And he had many she camels? Oh yeah. Well, whether they were she camels or he camels, I don't think it mattered to him. I do not think it mattered to him. She camel, he camel, they camel, whatever type of camel. He was up in there. He was up in there. I can only imagine. And you know what? Go ahead on and see what my homie Tommy saying, man. If you're here, if you're new here, go ahead on and like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. If you've been rocking with your boy for a long time, share the video so more folks can see. Because all we're doing here is reading today. We're just reading the sources, y'all. And I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time reading these sources and realizing why I'm so glad I'm not Islamic and a Muslim, because I don't like beating women. I also don't like being bewitched. I wouldn't want to follow anybody who does either of those things and thinks that it's okay and cool. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want no angel to, yoke me up, squeeze me to death like 3 times, even though he's supposed to know I can't read, but yet he's yelling at me to read. That's kind of abusive. You know what I'm saying? That's really abusive. So I'm glad that I'm not there. Hopefully you guys are glad too. So real quick, let's go ahead on and read another one. So we're just learning here today, y'all. And this is just day number one. This is just day number one. We got a lot more hadiths that we're gonna go through, especially with I still got to get to some of the comments that people left. But we're gonna get to this one too, man. Y'all, if y'all done seen, you know what I'm saying, some flies around, be wary. Be wary if you see flies, because if you eat the wrong wing, apparently, that can tear you up. So Sahih al Bukhari, what I'm saying, we got was it 3320. The prophet said, if a housefly falls in the drink of anyone of you, he should dip it in the drink and take it out, for one of its wings has a disease and the other has a cure for the disease. So at all you guys' barbecues and cookouts, when there's flies everywhere and he falls in the drink, first and foremost, if he falls in the drink, is he not already in the drink? So then why are you dipping it in the drink? That doesn't add up to me. That doesn't make sense. Hold on, let me read that one more time. The prophet said, if a housefly falls in a drink of any one of you, he should dip it in the drink and take it out, for the wings has a disease and the other has a cure of the disease. Man, let me know. Any scientists out there that can tell me about these flies and if they wings have diseases? Let me know. But then I have to ask, if the wing has a disease and the other one has a cure, then why go through all those steps of dipping it back in? There's just so many questions I have. So the prophet, if a housefly falls in the drink, so boom, it falls in the drink, probably can't get out at that point, probably dead at that point. So it falls in the drink, you should dip it. So you take your finger and push it back in there and take it out. So bow, now it's out. For one of it has a disease and the other has a cure disease. So you dip it in, even though it's already in, you take it out, and you're good to go. Bravo. Bravo. That is amazing. If you guys didn't know, now you know. Anytime you're at a cookout, you're at somebody's house that, what I'm saying, may have a fly or gnat in there. Does it apply for gnats too or just house flies? What about mosquitoes? It must just be flies though. Must just be flies. But then again, like again, I don't understand why if it already fell in, why you gotta dip it in again. I don't get that part. What if only like what well, no, because if one has a disease and one has but which one? Is it like a left Twix, right Twix type thing? Like you gotta choose the right one? See me, I love the right Twix. So I think that's the one that ain't got no disease. So I think that's where left Twix and right Twix got their pitch from. They got it from reading Al Bukhari saying, okay, well, we can pitch this. We can use this since flies have different type of, issues with their wings. We can say the right Twix is better than left Twix, or the left Twix has a little bit more crunch than the right Twix. Makes sense. All right. All right. So I'm hoping y'all enjoying this right here because flies, flies are amazing. Flies are amazing. So dip it in and don't get poisoned. Don't get poisoned. Let's see what's Latia, what's up? Appreciate you for showing up, Latia. God bless you. Chrysler Crusader G Spec 5, appreciate you. God bless you, brother, for showing up. I think you guys ran off my guy Hassan. My brother was in there for a little bit, and I guess he was talking about beating people too much and decided to skedaddle. Skedaddle. All right, but let me go ahead and read some of these other ones. Now, these other ones that are in the comments, again, I have no clue what these ones are, but we're gonna get to them anyway. We're gonna get to them anyway. Let's see. Bukhari 6614. Let's look at that one. Bukhari 6614. Let's get it. The prophet. Hopefully this is the right ones, because yeah, Sahih Bukhari, divine will. Okay, all right. The prophet said, Adam and Moses argued with each other. Moses said to Adam, "O Adam, you are our father, who disappointed us and turned us out of paradise." Then Adam said to him, "O Moses, Allah favored you with his talk to you directly, and he wrote the Torah for you with his own hand. Do you blame me for action which Allah had written in my fate 40 years before my creation?" So Adam, con- what's that say? Confuted Muslim or Moses. Yeah, I think that says confuted. Sure. So Adam confuted Moses. Adam confuted Moses. The prophet added, repeating the statement 3 times. Okay, so all right. I think I've heard of this one before. Moses and Adam having a conversation. When did they have the conversation? Was this in heaven? Yeah, because it says turn us out of. Oh no, they're out of paradise. Where are they at having this conversation? Are they in hell having this conversation? Where are they at? I think they're in hell. Wait, let me start from the top. The prophet said Adam and Moses argued with each other. Moses said to Adam, "Oh Adam, you are our father who disappointed us and turned us out of the paradise." Then Adam said to him, "Oh Moses, Allah favored you with his talk, and he wrote the Torah, which you have in your hand. Do you blame me for the action which Allah had written in my fate 40 years?" Okay, so we definitely know that Allah was like, "Hey yo, you gonna mess up for everybody, because we gonna have sin in this world for sure. I'm going to tell you this. You're going to do this because I said so, because I'm Allah, I'm all powerful. You're not gonna be able to escape sin." So basically, don't nobody just reading this hadith anyway. Nobody in the Islamic faith has free will. That's what it seems like. Unless it's just Adam that Allah was like, "No, I'm taking your will away and you're going to do this because I need people to sin, because I need people to what I'm saying, go to hell." Even though everybody's going to go to hell, if I'm not mistaken, unless you're a jihadist. But if I let me know if I'm wrong on that one. But so Moses, so I'm trying to still figure out. I can't see where they arguing at. They must be in hell because they got turned out of paradise. So they're not in Gehenna. They're in some sort of hell, hanging out, having this conversation, doing the thing. And where did Muhammad hear this from? Where did Muhammad get this type of information from? Was this revealed from Jibril? Is this in the Quran too? Is this a hadith that pairs with the Quran verse? I need to know. I need to know what's going on here. Oh, real quick, I wanted to show this too, because I just thought it was funny, and I played this video before, but I just want y'all to see what happens when Muhammad was bewitched. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened. He was in a pigeon coop, y'all, freaking out. Except he was molesting the pigeons.
I'm in Debo pigeon coop sweating like a slave.
Mm.
And the only person could get me out was my mom.
Only person that was able to get him out was Allah. Got him up out of there though. Pigeon coop, molesting birds. Allah. Muhammad. Two peas in the pod, doing their thing. So Adam and Moses arguing, saying, "Hey, Moses, like you set me up for the woo." Adam was like, "I ain't set you up. Allah set me up." So it's like one of them things where like the Spider-Man meme, where like you set me up. No, you set me up. And then Allah's like, I set both of y'all up. Haha, got them. So that's what I'm looking at right here. That's what I'm looking at with this one. Man. So we're getting this understanding now, y'all, that first of all, shout out to Women's History Month. Allah allows people to be beaten, well, women to be beaten gently, not so much, aggressively, for sure. Turning green, the greener the better. So we learned that so far. We learned that Muhammad was bewitched and he was molesting anything that he came across that he thought was his wife but wasn't his wife's. And he also got somehow what bewitched him was a comb with some hair on it and some leaves. So we got that going on. Then we got flies being, lands in your drink. Dip it in so you don't get poisoned because one of the wings has a poison, one of the wings has a cure. So you put them both together, you be all right somehow. Which again, I still need to find out if anybody knows about fly anatomy. Is that true? Because I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true at all. I potentially could have had, eaten a fly burger before or had a fly drink, like at a cookout or something like that. And I'm not dead yet. So, but then again, I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. I'm just, utilizing probability that there's probably a fly there. Those green parties will be happy. The greener, the better. I'll tell you, green was Muhammad's favorite color, after all. Yeah, I guess that's why he didn't care. When she pulled up green, he was like, "Oh man, you're good. You're good. You're making it in." D was that? I don't know how anyone is. I don't know either, Latia. With all this information, again, the people that are like forced here, cool, I get it. But like the people that are able to read this stuff and see this stuff, and again, this is why so many people like say that Bukhari's wrong or they see these are bad because they don't want to believe it. They don't want to believe what these people are writing. They want to say that things are corrupted and stuff like that. Nah, this is what it is. This is what it is. Sahih Muslim 339C. Okay. Let's look at that. I think I got that one on here. Sahih. No, I got 2786. But okay, let's read this one because I've seen it. Sahih Muslim. What was it again? Dang, there's a whole bunch that just popped up. I gotta go. Okay, 3396. Sweet. 339. Wait, no, 339C. My fault. And if I could spell Muslim, that might help. All right, Sahih Muslim 3396. Is this it? Am I tripping? Sahih. Where's it at? Where's it at? See if I got this right from the Crusaders. Dang, there's a whole bunch. I gotta go all the way back up here. Cheeto fingers. That's hilarious. Cheeto fingers. Oh man, you hit me. Get this one then. Okay, Sahih Bukhari 278. 278. Bukhari 278. All right, let's see what this one's talking about. Bukhari 278. And by the way, shout out to Cries of the Crusader. Appreciate you. Appreciate you pulling up. All right. LOL, I don't know. Uh, I know it doesn't get more disgusting than that, or does it? It could always be worse for Muhammad. Oh, okay, he's reading. Okay, so let's go ahead on and look at this. Sahih Bukhari 278. The Prophet said, "The people of Bani Israel used to take bath naked altogether." Hey, they stole that from the Greek pagans, y'all. If y'all didn't know, I played enough Assassin's Creed and Odyssey to know that's the case. Looking at each other. The prophet Moses used to take a bath alone. Oh, this is that one. Wait, no, is this that one? Hold on, let's see. They said, by Allah, nothing prevents Moses from taking a bath with us except that he has. Oh, okay, I did. Scrotum hernia. So once Moses went out to take a bath and put his clothes over a stone, and then that stone ran away with his clothes, just took off. Moses followed that stone, saying, "My clothes, oh stone, my clothes, oh stone," till the people of Bani Israel saw him and said, "By Allah, Moses has got no defect in his body." Moses took his clothes and began to beat the stone, like his wife. 434, that stone, lightly. Abu Haran added, "By Allah, there are still 6 or 7 marks present on the stone from the excessive beating." Heck yeah. Turn that stone green. Turn that stone green. How dare that stone snatch my clothes and run off with them? How dare? How dare you take my stuff that don't belong to you and put me on Front Street in front of all these people? Huh? Take that. Pow, right hand. Uppercut. Jab, jab, jab. Axe kick. Tore him up. Put him in a chokehold. How dare that rock be that childish? Shout out to Cries of Crusaders. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, last time that we just randomly put up on one of the lives and started reading these, that was one of the ones that was read. So that one must be a fan favorite because, man, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Yeah, beat you see what Una's saying. Beat that like button until it turns green. Until it has excessive 6 or 7 marks on it, like it's a stone. Beat that like button, y'all. Share it to everybody. Because we're just reading right now. We're just reading. All right, let me see if I got some more up here that I can get to. Let's see. So she said, bathing is pagan. uh, where we at? Site 278. All right, let me see from this other list. So we got, let's say 460. Bukhari 460. Let's see what that's talking about. 460. I don't think that's it. I think I'm supposed to probably put some more to it. What is it? 460. Oh, 454, 460. Let's see if I put that in. Okay, let's see if I do it all the way, if I can get what I'm supposed to get. By the way, bear with me. I'm still a rookie when it comes to using uh, Sani, because the Sunna.com thing. I mean, as you guys seen earlier, I was still a rookie with the Quran.com. So y'all helping your boy out though. Is this it? Let me see. I need a verse where Muhammad say he is gay. Hold on. That just came out of no. Hold on, brother. That's a thing? Is that a thing? Hmm. That's kind of weird. Uh, brother, right here. Hold on. Let me go ahead on my guy Justin. Let's go ahead on and see if I can't find that. 52224. This is weird. Did I put too many twos in there? I did. Oh, and it's a long one. Oh, these are fun. Okay. Uh oh gosh. Oh no, I think this one. Hold on, let me just go ahead and read it because this is this is crazy. When Azu or Az Zubar married me, he had no real. Is this it? Islam has no contradictions. Also, Islam side. Oh man, the contradictions are crazy. The real contradiction, like true contradictions that you just can't, nah, can't can't give them away. Married me. He said no real property or any slave or anything else except a camel which drew water from the well, and his horse. I used to feed his horses with fodder and drew water and sew the bucket from drawing it, and prepare the dough, but I did not know how to bake bread. So our Ansari neighbors used to bake. Is this it? 'Cause so far we talking about bacon. Anyway, Ansari neighbors used to bake bread for me, and they were honorable ladies. I used to carry the date stones on my head from Zubar's land given to him by Allah's apostle. And this land was two-third Baska, about 2 miles from my house. One day, while I was coming with the date stones on my head, I met Allah's apostle along with some Ansari people. He called me and then, directing his camel to kneel down, said, eek, so as to make me ride behind him on his camel. I felt shy to travel with the men and remembered as Zubar and his sense of Jira, as he was one of those people who had the greatest sense of Jira. Allah's apostle noticed that I felt shy, so he proceeded. I came to Asbar and said, I met Allah's apostle while I was carrying a load of date stones on my head, and he had some companions with him. He made his camel kneel down so that I might ride. But I felt shy in his presence and remembered your sense of gira. On that, uh, Asbur said, by Allah, you're carrying my date stones and you being seen by the Prophet in such a state, and more shameful to me than you riding with him. I continued serving the way. I don't think that was the one. I think I mixed up on that one. Let's see what's the next one. I figured I was reading. I was looking through it all, and then I was like, "Sheesh." Uh, let's see. Abu Dawood. Okay, that's what. Okay, that's where. Okay, Abu Dawood. Whoops. Abu Dawood. I didn't see when I looked at it. I was like, man, I don't see that in there. But where's Abu Dawood? Abu Dawood. I don't know. Is this one it too? Can I? Let me see if I can't. I can't see your link for some odd reason. I cannot see the link. Abu Dawood 52224. Whoops. So is this it? Nope, this is the same one. Well, maybe if I just scroll down. Ooh, is this it? Is this it? Oh, hold on. Let's see. Let's look over. No, you got the wrong one. Dang. Type it into Google. All right, bet. Let's go ahead on and Abu Dawood. Is there like any more that I need to add to it? Uh, I wish he'd call. Let's see. Is it about divorce? Is this it right here? Are we here? Are we? I think these pass the criteria for being truthful by argument of embarrassment. I tell you. I tell you. Let them be known. Uh, hold on. Let me see if I can't get these. Oh, I'm tripping. You right. I'm tripping. Mm, do, 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 do. It's nothing but an act of love, huh? All right. So this should be it then. Okay, is this the one? All right, bet. Bet. So shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all helping your boy out. Helping your boy out. Y'all didn't give up on your boy. Y'all did not give up. So I appreciate it. All right, let's get into it. It's creepy. This is gonna be creepy. Abdul Rahman ibn Abu Layla, quoting that guy, a man of Ansar, and that while he was given to jesting and was talking to the people and making them laugh, the prophet poked him under the ribs with a stick. Okay, so that prophet was like, he probably poked him with the stick that he used to beat his wives with. Anyway, so the prophet poked him under the ribs with a stick. He said, "Let me take retaliation." He said, oh, hold on now. That's flirting. That's flirting off real. So you're gonna take the stick, poke him, have fun. He said, "Yo, I'm about to retaliate." He's like, "Bet, retaliate." He's like, "Bet, you want me to retaliate?" So okay, so that's flirting right there. That's a pass. They're giving one another a pass right now. Okay, this is weird. So he said, "Let me take retaliation." He said, "Take retaliation." He said, "You are wearing a shirt, but I am not." The prophet then raised his shirt, and the man embraced him and began to kiss his side. This sounds like 50 Shades of Gay. This sounds like 50 Shades of Gay right now. What in the world is y'all prophet doing? This is disgusting. Okay, so took a stick, he played with him. He was like, "Yo, I'm about to retaliate." Bro's like, "Retaliate." He's like, "I'm gonna retaliate." Lift that brother's shirt on, gave him a raspberry. What in the world is going on here? Anyway, let's continue to read. "Let me take retaliation." He said, "Take retaliation." And he said, "You are wearing a shirt, but I am not." The prophet then raised his shirt, and the man embraced him and began to kiss his side. Then he said, "This is what I wanted." Oh, that's gay. Oh, that's big homo. Pause. No pause. They didn't pause. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. I don't know if this video is going to be uh, demonetized now because I said that. This is exactly, if you've ever seen the Boondocks, gangstalicious stuff right here. This is, Muhammad is gangstalicious. Muhammad was gangstalicious before gangstalicious. This is crazy, y'all. What is going on with y'all prophet? What is going on with y'all prophet? What's the Sahih and chain? I don't know what that means, but to me that sounds like it's good. Sahih and chain. Yo, tickling his brother's ribs. And then, and then you gonna say, "That's what I wanted the whole time." Probably gave him a little squint. You know, like how they used to back in the day take pictures and like say, "Oh, this is my light skin pose." That's what Muhammad was doing. He was getting his light skin pose, biting his bottom lip. It's like, "Ooh wee, this is what I wanted from you all my life, all my life. I can't hide it no more. I can't be in the closet no more. I got to let it be known. I got all these wives to really cope with who I really am." That's what's going on here. That's what's going on. Take retaliation. And what's crazy is I like how they try to make it seem like that's something like tough. Like, nah, bro, y'all's flirting. Y'all's batting your eyes at each other. I'm gonna say take retaliation. That sounds like fighting words, but it's not. That's pillow talk. That's what that was. That's, yes, you're right, Latia. Islam is satanic. Oh, did he try to justify that? Hold on. Did he come back? He had 11 wives. Keep boasting. Keep crying. Bruh, there's a whole bunch of people that who has 11, who has a lot of wives and still what's the dude's name? I can't think of. A lot of celebrities anyway. A lot of celebrities got a lot of people that they mess around with, but knowing that they, down low for real, for real. And that's what this is right here. Oh, what's the one? Let me know in the comments right now. What's the one where they take sweat from his back and use it as cologne? Put that one down there. I'm gonna go to that one next. Actually, I don't have to wait for you guys. I can just do what I did last time. See, we're learning. Whoop. Is it not gonna let me write? Here we go. Oh yeah. Where Muhammad died. If I could spell, y'all. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Is this the one? Book of Virtues. Is this it? I think this is it. Okay, so it says, Saloon, what is that you were doing? Thereupon she said, "This is your sweat, which we mix in our perfume, and it becomes the most fragrant perfume." Now I don't think this is the one I want. It's close though. It's close. I don't think this is the one though. Because I swear it had a little bit more detail than that. Sorry to say, but that was acceptable behavior in that culture at the time. What was? Playing around tickling each other's ribs or using sweat from the back to use perfume? Which one? Which one, Carol? By the way, shout out to Carol for jumping in. Appreciate you for showing up. Satan is getting good at deceiving people. I tell you that. I tell you that. I don't think I. Hadith status of Prophet Muhammad. I don't think that's not the one I'm looking for. That is not the one I'm looking for. Oh well. Let me see. Let's see another one. Oh, yeah, you're right, Carol. That's what a lot of people do nowadays. That's what a lot of folk are doing nowadays. So yeah, that thing about, oh well, he had 11 wives, that don't mean nothing. But what does mean something is when you're tickling some dude's ribs and being like, yo, kiss my side. That's what I've always wanted. When I seen you from across the room and I batted my eyes, I gave you that look. My well, Muhammad probably did, for real. Because you know how like back in the day, women would like lift their skirts or whatever to show like their legs. That's what Muhammad was doing. He was lifting his man dress, whatever they are called back in the day, because you know how they like had the long robes and whatnot. He lifted that bad boy up, showing that ankle, showing that calf, biting his lip, looking at that old dude. Grabbed that stick, said "tee." Crazy. This is what y'all Muslims love. Okay, let me read this last one. It's probably gonna be the last one, and then we're probably just gonna get up out of here. Cause then we're gonna be on again tomorrow, y'all, and we're gonna go with some more of these. But Sahih Muslim 6203. Let's look at it. Let's go ahead on look at it. Was it 6203? This is amazing. All right. Is this the right one? Yes. Muhammad promised women and little boys in jail. Ooh, okay, that's kind of weird. That is disgusting. That is very, very disgusting. So narrated by Anas. The prophet was the best of all people in character. I had a brother called Abu Umar. Wait, let me see if I'm reading the right one first. Uh, you just have to know a few of the words in Hadith. Bet. I'm gonna do a lot better tomorrow, y'all. I'm gonna practice and do a lot better tomorrow. No, that's not the one I think. Okay, well if that's not okay, yeah, cause let me see. All right, throw one more in there. Throw one more. Read this one, please. Then, which one? What you got for me? Cries of Crusaders. The one that's on right now, or are you putting another one? You putting another one, Cries of Crusaders, or is this the one? Because if it is, I don't want to pre-read it. I want to be shocked. That's what I want to do. So I don't want to look at it now. Learn to read unlike the bad. Oh, all right. Well, you talking to me, Latia? You talking to me? Saying I don't know how to read all like that? My bad. Jesus is fully God and fully man. I know that's right. Let them know, Latia. Latia is always in the comments proving these folks wrong. Sunnah Abu Dawood 67. Abu Dawood 67. Abu. Whoops. Abu Dawood 67. Isn't this the one that we tried to look up earlier and we couldn't find it? Well, I couldn't find it. Is this it? No. Dang it. I was doing so good, y'all. I was doing so good, and now I'm fumbling the bag right now. I am fumbling the bag. Sunan Abu. Oh, well, probably if I spelled Abu right and not, or Abi. But then shouldn't that still pop up? Let's see. Abu Dawood Sisel. Sunnah Abu Dawood. Let's get it. Let's get it. You gonna get me right, Cries of the Crusader. I know it. Nope, same thing still popping up. Should I scroll down? Should I scroll down? Let me know. Let me know. Is this it? Is any of these it? Let them know, Latia, having a relationship with Jesus is amazing. So not to have this. Okay. Not have that. Bam. Too easy. Too easy. We're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right. Whoops, excuse me. We gonna get this right, y'all. We're gonna be there. Do. No, I'm gonna have to just get another one. We're gonna have to roll this one back tomorrow. Cries of Crusaders. We're gonna have to roll this one back. Let's see if I can find one more. One more. Bukhari one seemed to be the easiest ones to look for, so I'm gonna have to just find me another Bukhari. Uh, let's scroll up here. Every time Muhammad is mentioned, Frank Sinatra sings in my head, "Fly Me to the Moon." uh, let's go with Bukhari 5165. Let's go with that one. Let's go with that one. We'll end off with 5165. 5165. We got to get that Abu Dawood one tomorrow, Cries of Crusader. I'm just gonna be the first one I start off with. Trust you me. Hold on, what? This is the one that you know about Lazar Henderson. Hey, shout out to Lazar. I don't know if I've seen you up here before in the comments. So let's see. Sana looked. Okay, so let's read this one. The prophet said, if any one of you, when having sexual intercourse with his wife, says, Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, Jananana, Shaitan was Shaitan, man, this brother had a stutter. That's what that has to have been. And if it is destined that they should have a child, then Satan will never be able to harm him. So you got to speak in tongues while having intercourse, and Satan won't mess with your kid. All right, that's cool to know. I mean, most folks from when people make comedies or whatnot, they talk crazy when they're having intercourse anyway. So this makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Don't If you don't want your babies to have Satan in their nose and be able to harm him, or wait, does that apply? Would Satan still be in their nose, even though maybe Satan just won't be able to harm him, but he'll still be in their nose if they're just out here. So, FYI, for all you married folks out here, make sure you're married, by the way. Do your best to be married. You got to be married. You got to do it the right way. Make sure you say this, and Satan will no longer be able to mess with your kids. Man, so wait, hold on. That doesn't add up because will they still be going to, will Satan still be in their nose? Will they still be going to hell? What what happens if you say this and they're not believers? Is that still a thing? Does that still mean that Satan's gonna not mess with them if they're not believers after you say all this? Does that say jabroni? Now I see where The Rock got a lot of his catchphrases from too. He's omnipresent, wrapping himself around all. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Can you imagine all the people who are still bound by pagan customs? I tell you, it's rough. It is rough, y'all. So man, we went a good hour in, reading some. The first time coming up here reading some of the, you know, hadiths that show who Muhammad really is, who he truly is, the person he was. And again, I've learned a lot here, y'all. I'm glad you guys put in the comments. I'm glad you guys allowed me to read those to you, and I was able to learn a lot. So, women, shout out to the women for Women History Month. Again, we're wearing the green for the beat women of Islam. Represent the green so that there's a beating women awareness month. We should start that up because you're allowed to beat women, y'all. 434, you're allowed to beat women. They're allowed to turn green. It's all right, man. So we learned that. We learned that flies got one wing that's diseased, one wing that's secure. So if you eat a fly, eat the whole fly and make sure you dip it in your drink. Got to make sure you do that. Say a chant so that your kids won't be bothered by Satan. Say that. Um, Muhammad enjoyed kissing ribs and having his ribs kissed, tickling people's ribs. So Muhammad was a Little Richard before Little Richard. Muhammad was who's the brother who I should know his name. He's the biggest dude that they talk about now. With the island, I don't really pay attention to news like that. What's the brother's name? Epstein. There we go. Muhammad was Epstein before Epstein. He had the little kids with him. He had the girls. He had the dudes with him. He had everything. He had y'all tricked. He had y'all fooled. He said, "I got 11 wives. More than what y'all supposed to have. I got more than y'all because Allah loves me. But not only do I have these more wives, I also got these dudes on the side. You know what I'm saying? Rib tickle time. That would be his IG name. Rib tickler. Rib tickler 6694. That would be Muhammad's handle for Instagram. Rib tickler. Quote me on that. So learned a lot today. Tomorrow, hopefully we get to learn some more too. I'm gonna have some other ones picked out so that we can go into and obviously go through the ones. And we're gonna start off with. Hold on, let me make sure I get this one right for tomorrow. So you said what? Cries of Crusaders, Abu Dawood in Egypt. Huh? I don't want to read that one. I don't want to read that one. But you said Abu Dawood. Abu Dawood 67. Abu Dawood 67. That's what we're gonna start off with tomorrow. We're gonna look into Abu Dawood. I'll make sure I get it offline. I'll make sure I get it. And also I might get it from somebody else who may actually have it so I can just get it sent to me. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure I pull some more of these. We're gonna get into it. And I might do some more of these because there's a lot of hadiths, y'all. There's a lot that I didn't even get to that was still from the comments. And a lot that you guys put in the comments. So there's gonna be a lot of hadiths that we're gonna go through. So we're gonna go strong today, tomorrow, and then hopefully try at least one time a week to jump on and just read. We're just gonna read, expose the truths of Islam, show what they're really about, show who Muhammad really was to these folks that don't know. And these folks that do know, y'all nasty. Y'all need to do better. Y'all need Jesus. Y'all need Jesus. And ultimately, that's what it is that we try to do here at the Scripture Plug channel. We try to plug into people that could show, teach, and display what it means to actually follow Jesus and why it is that Christianity is the only thing that makes sense. The only understanding of who God is that makes sense historically and any other way that you want to think about it. We don't have to deal with a prophet like this. We understand where our prophets and our apostles messed up. We don't agree with it. We don't have to agree with it. But they say that this right here, this rib tickler, he's the best of moral men, the best of morality. That's who they follow. Rib ticklers. So we don't got to do that. We know what it is that we follow. We know that we have God with us. We know that God loved us so much that he gave his only begotten son so that whoever believes in him can have everlasting life. And I'm so thankful for that. I'm so thankful for the fact that our God actually preserved his word in a manner that makes sense. I'm so glad that our God actually showed throughout history why it is that we believe what we believe. And it's not just a bunch of contradictions that are stolen from a bunch of other things that aren't even real. Much like being stolen from the Gospel of Thomas and all these other books and stuff like that. So we don't follow Islam today. We follow the true God. And I'm so very thankful for that. Appreciate you guys for pulling up. Love you guys. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Again, got more reactions dropping, more testimonies on the way. Everything that we do here is to plug in the truth and the love of God. So with that being said, this has been your boy Scripture Plug.Albert. I'm gonna catch y'all next time, and we're gonna learn some more about Muhammad next time y'all see your boy. So God bless. Enjoy the rest of your guys' day.